Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your Cosmic Homegirl, and I am doing a weekly horoscope for everybody for all signs for the week of March 17th through March 24th of 2019. So we have actually a lot going on this week, mostly centered around March 20th. There's a lot going on that day. And don't forget that if you want to have a more detailed perspective, from my perspective, of what the energy of March is like for you, that includes more details on the full moon, the new moon, and all these other aspects that I talk about for your sign, then I do have March horoscopes available for only $333 on my website, and the link is in the description box below the video if you want to purchase those, and I would greatly appreciate it, and hopefully it'll give you some more insight for the month of March. But yeah, let's dive into the week. What's the cosmic weather? What's the energy like? What's the vibe in the air? We're still in a lot of Pisces energy, so the word vibe is being thrown around a lot because Pisces is a sign that lives off of vibes, picks up on vibes so easily. I notice a lot of Pisces people use the word vibe a lot. So yeah, so what's the vibe this week? Okay, so we are finishing up the sun being in Pisces. It's only going to be in Pisces for the first half of the week, and the sun is still in a close proximity to Mercury retrograde in Pisces. I don't know about you guys, but along with the confusion, because Mercury is in a conjunction with Neptune as well, and it's been squaring off with Jupiter, both conjunction and square of these planets. Both of these are ruling planets of the sign of Pisces, by the way. Neptune rules Pisces, modern day ruler, and then Jupiter is the ancient ruler. Before they discovered Neptune, they had Jupiter as a ruler of Pisces. So the ruler of the sign Mercury is in, Mercury's connecting to the two. So there is a lot of dreamer energy, a lot of inspirational energy, a lot of energy that we can get, a lot of escapist energy. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I'm a Pisces moon, so this hits me very hard right now. But a lot of other Pisces moons and Pisces rising friends of mine, mostly Pisces people, have been telling me that they just want to, we've been messaging each other, and like it's gone from, oh, I'm so emo, I'm so emotional, to, oh, I just want to take off, I just want to run off to the beach, I want to run off to the ocean. All of us have been dreaming about being somewhere else, mostly the ocean, because Pisces rules the oceans. So yeah, we've been dreaming of being on the beach, or just like, oh, I just want to run away, like I feel so much right now, I need to get the heck up out of here. I need to run off somewhere, try to run away from my feelings, or go somewhere where I can release them all. A lot of us have been immersing ourselves in art, in the arts, because Neptune and Pisces can rule the arts too, and this could be still a good energy for those of us that are artists and creatives. And but if you have more practical stuff to do, oh my gosh, yeah, this energy is a little bit more challenging, because it'll make you think way outside the box, like way out there, want to do things way outside the norm. And yeah, both Jupiter and Neptune are escapist planets, and they're both in their home signs, which are very escapist too. Sagittarius energy, Jupiter energy, is the energy of the runaway. Like when things close in on Sagittarian energy too much, to where they feel like they have a lot of responsibility, they want to run away. Kind of like Tristan Thompson. Okay, I am positive that dude has some Sag or Jupiter or related in his chart, given his track record and his dimples. I've told you guys that before. Anyway, look what he does. He responsibility is on the way, meaning a baby, and he just runs off. I'm not saying all of us are going to be just like him. That was just a little sarcasm. Cracking a little joke here, but yeah, but it's the energy of the runaway. When things get too heavy, we just want to escape, and so a lot of us are kind of those feelings are kind of dwindling a little bit, or a lot for some people. But yeah, we're still under a heavy Pisces influence the first part of the week. Things really don't get cracking until the middle of the week, but I mean, the sun is also creeping up on a conjunction with Chiron in Aries. And I will talk about that more when we get there to the exact conjunction. But, even with the sun being in Pisces, Chiron is in Aries. Aries is a different sign. But these two together, Pisces is a very sensitive energy. And then Chiron is about sensitive areas of your life too. It's about areas where you've been hurt before and you're trying to heal and you feel pain. So there it's stuff that's like, I say, it's like a bruise. And if you don't allow that bruise to heal properly and fully, then you can get hit there and it'll just aggravate the bruise to hurt again. So it's about healing from something. And so the sun conjunct Chiron in Pisces, it could be bringing up some sensitive issues. And, Aries has to do with the self, the physical body, the identity, the I am. I am is one of the mantras of Aries. So a lot of just this transit in general is all about that, healing some issues that have to do with identity and I am. So the sun in sensitive Pisces creeping up on a conjunction with that, there could be some sensitive issues based around that people are feeling and they're being brought up. So that's part of the first half of the week. And yeah, so let's see. Let's progress a little bit. Let's get to the big day of the week and of the month, March 20th. So what do we have going on here? So yeah, we've got here. Let me advance the hours. This is like early in the morning. So we have the sun at 29 degrees of Pisces for a big part of the day, for the first like half of the day. And that 29th degree is very intense. Very intense. No matter what sign it's in, no matter what planet it is, it's very intense. And it could be a completion, a wrapping up of something. And once we get over that 29th degree, the 0 degree is like a sigh of relief for a hot second. For a second, okay? But yeah, we have the sun at 29 degrees of Pisces. And it does shift into Aries a little bit later. But I wanted to talk about another aspect first. It comes before that. We have also on the 20th, we have Mars in an exact trine aspect to Pluto on that day. So Mars trine Pluto. Pluto is the ruling planet of Scorpio. Pluto rules depth and intensity and transformation, and it's like things that are hidden beneath the surface. And Mars digs, right? So on this day, there could be a lot of like digging out of hidden information or old traumas or Pluto is about extremes and extreme focus and obsession. So a Mars trine Pluto, Mars is action. This could be a day where we do have like an extreme obsession with something that we're trying to achieve or accomplish, and through our actions, so we can have tunnel vision, like just laser sharp vision, tunnel vision towards like what we want to achieve and what we want to do. You can have a goal of a task, a duty, or going after a person or something. Mars and Pluto are both rulers of Scorpio. So it's kind of like a scorpionic influence that we feel on that day. Very, very intense, fiercely going after something or someone. And it's like, nothing's going to get in my way. Nothing's going to stop me. If anyone tries to stop me, they'll die. So I'm not literally saying to like, take somebody out if they get in your way, but that's just the feeling of that energy. That's how intense, fierce, and passionate it is. So apply that, if you will, to whatever works for you, whatever you're trying to get at. But this is an earth energy. This is in Taurus and Capricorn. The earth signs are about business, they're about money, they're about work. So this is a really good day for anybody who does any type of work. Also, at the same time that we have this trine, this trine going on, these planets are in a trine aspect to the moon in Virgo. And the moon in Virgo is another earth sign. It's all about work and achievement, accomplishment. This time is Pacific time in the U.S. So if you're on the east coast of the U.S., it's like, still in your morning. time. And if you are in the eastern part of the world, this could be your afternoon or your evening. So if you're working on anything on March 20th, you know, there's this earthy energy in the air that's really giving you an advantage to just get things done. Even if you're doing stuff around the house, you know, Moon and Virgo days especially are really good for cleaning and organizing your house, your car, your, you know, your personal space, your work environment, anything. You know, organizing even your bills if you're not a worker, you know, the finances around the house. So this morning of the 20th it could be very productive. It's intense, but it could be productive as well. Wow, there's so much going on. Okay. And then also, so we got that Mars trine Pluto and the moon. So we advance through the day. And let's see. Yeah. So we advance through the day. Hello, you need to shift. Okay. So we advance through the day, right? Then we have the sun enter Aries. So this is in the afternoon. Once again, West Coast US time. In the evening, Eastern parts of the world. Okay. So the sun shifts into Aries. And this is a different vibe. This is the beginning of what people will say, Aries season. Woo, Team Aries. Yeah, it's our time. Woo, forget about Pisces. Yeah, but look, we still have Mercury in Pisces, and eventually Venus will go into Pisces on the 26th. So chill out, Team Aries, okay? You're only going to have one planet in your sign, okay? For just a little bit. So we will be celebrating you guys, and happy birthday in advance to all my Aries people. You guys are going to be so like in your element, in your zone, lit up, trying to get things done, trying to motivate people, getting up early, working out, and all that Aries stuff. So happy birthday to all my Aries people. From the 20th of March to the 20th of April till 4/20, you guys have the sun in your sign. So yeah, hope it's good times. But yeah, the sun shifts into Aries. And, you know, this is also the spring equinox and the beginning of the astrological new year. And you know what I've noticed in some other cultures? Their new year is in the spring. It's during the time that the sun is in Aries usually. They celebrate their new year then. And so it doesn't matter, like it's different cultures and different parts of the world. You'll find similarities within things that they do and the timing of things. And so, yeah, this is the beginning of the new astrological year. This is fresh new energy. This is spring energy, or it can be autumn energy if you are in the southern hemisphere. But yeah, this is when people get motivated to just do new things, try new things. You know, things bloom if you're in the part of the world where it's the spring. And so you can literally take that as what you want to do, bloom and grow new things and just be excited about life, you know. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so this is totally fresh energy. Now, the sun is conjunct Chiron, so people may be very hypersensitive, especially once the sun moves to Aries, about who they are, where they come from, what they identify as, and who you are, and are you the enemy or not? Or are you on my team or not? You know, stuff like that can come up when we shift into the Aries energy. So when we move ahead in the day, we have the moon shifting into Libra. So in the evening, or, you know, on the 21st, if you're in the eastern part of the world, like Europe and, you know, even further, this is when we have a full moon in Libra. So as you guys can see, this is a moon in Libra and the sun in Aries. They're both at 0 degrees and they oppose each other exactly. That's what makes a full moon every month. Now, this is a full moon in Libra at 0 degrees. The 0 degree mark is fresh new energy once again, new perspectives, stepping into something, being excited and hyped about it. And next month, in the month of April, we're going to have a full moon in Libra again, but it's going to be at the 29th degree, the very last degree of Libra. So that'll be wanting to step out of something and just dying to have like a shift and something new happen in the realm of Libra Okay, Libra and Aries for you, wherever that is in your chart. And once again, if you want to know how that affects you personally, you can order my horoscopes by your sign, and I will tell you that in detail by sign. But just in general, I mean, look, we also have Venus and Mars squaring each other. Okay. This is just a very intense day, very intense day. And I feel like it is very intense for relationships. I've been talking about this Venus and Mars square pretty much the whole month because it's been building up. And, I'm very relationship oriented, very people oriented, very observant of others because I have a lot of planets in my seventh house of others. And I have a few planets in the sign of Libra, which is the sign of others. So I observe human behavior and relationships a lot. So this is why I've been really closely following this Venus and Mars square. And then we have the full moon in Libra, and Libra is the sign of others and a sign of relationships, and Aries is the sign of the self. Venus is the ruling planet of Libra. It's about balance and harmony within yourself, but also between relationships with others. And then Mars rules the sign of Aries, which is about me, myself, and I'm just going to push forward and, go after what I want and do what I want. So the rulers of the full moon are squaring off with one another. And then we have a full moon with these, the sun and moon opposing each other in those signs. Very, very intense for relationships. Okay. The masculine and the feminine are kind of battling it out and trying to find a middle ground. So I don't want everybody to get scared. I mean, I know I've told you guys already, there's been people that have had relationship problems. There's been, masculine mad at the feminine and trying to do some crazy stuff. And then there's been the feminine pissed off at the masculine, just annoyed and wanting to strangle them. Oh my God. Oh, please help me. Wanting to strangle the masculine because of this tension that's been building up. And, with full moons, there's tension that builds, yes. But once we get past the exact point of the full moon, it's like the tension starts to die down and you start to figure things out. These are both luminaries. The sun and moon are luminaries. So they illuminate things. They illuminate the truth. They bring things to light. We could be super hypersensitive with Mercury retrograde in Pisces and conjunct Neptune, sensitive Neptune in Pisces. We could be having all these feels. We could be kind of disillusioned, like thinking that things are going one way and they're really not. Or we could be so in our feelings that that's all we see. We're flooded. Our vision is clouded and flooded by emotions and not really seeing what the real deal is, and that can make people take things personally within relationships and so on. So the full moon is going to, once again, illuminate things and help to bring a little bit of clarity within relations to others. And then this Venus and Mars square, yeah, it's tough, it's difficult, but it's very passionate too. We've got Mars trine Pluto, Venus and Mars square, very passionate energy. But that passion and that fierce energy can be flipped and directed into finding resolution, figuring out, look, how can we figure this out? What's the truth here? Where do we stand? Can we have a talk? Can we, get down to the bottom of things for real and just have an honest discussion about where we're at? If anything like that comes up in relationships to where there is tension. This could be a day where it's like, some things come to light. There's a frustration there. And with the frustration comes speaking up. Yo, what's the deal? Or this is just energy that you can apply to creativity. Of course, I always mention creativity because I'm a creative person and I know a lot of tons of creative people. So it can be driven towards creativity, accomplishment, achievement of anything. This is friction and tension here. But with friction and tension, you have to relieve it some way. You have to direct it. So direct it wisely. Don't go overboard. Remember, with this full moon, that Mercury and Neptune are still together. So all may not be what it seems. And if you want to you know, try to have new things cultivated, wait until a few days after the full moon to where the energy, the tension starts to dissipate. Meaning, the moon is still in Libra, right? Still going to be in Libra, but it's not going to be as close in degree to the sun. That's what I mean by that. And also, you know, when the moon starts to, when it starts to dissipate, the full moon energy. Now, for a couple days, it'll still be pretty big in the sky. All right. And that means people will still be a little loony loco. Okay. Still will be. But it won't be as intense. Now, we get to the 21st, and this is when the sun is in a conjunction with Chiron. So, once again, you know, this is the I am, who are you? What do you want from me? You know, Aries is about the self and Libra is about others. So we could be really defensive around this full moon and, you know, the sun conjunct Chiron too, about who we are. And wait a second, this is me, this is who I am. Love me or leave me be. I got that from In Living Color. If you guys don't know, only the OGs will know what I'm talking about. Love me or leave me be. This is who I am. And if you don't like it, well, that's too bad, you know, because Libra energy is about worrying about what other people think of you and what other people feel about you. It's not just relationships, it's other people's perceptions of you and being so concerned and really taking it to heart and taking it to the heart in a way to where you will be willing to bend and compromise and not even really be your true self because you're so worried about what the other people will think of you. You want to do things that match what other people approve of instead of just being your true self. So this day could be very sensitive with that. So can the 20th with the full moon. Very sensitive, the sun conjunct Chiron. And, you know, wherever Aries is in your natal chart, whatever house that it's in, you could be kind of defensive of matters that have to do with that house around this day. So, you know, people will be hypersensitive this week. Okay. So maybe if you're used to being a little controversial with your jokes, poking fun at people, sarcasm, anything to do with people's identities, especially right now is really not the time. It's always a sensitive time. We are just in those times now. But this week is really like mad sensitive. Okay. So, and then Aries energy is fierce and feisty. It's fighting energy. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Okay. All right. So then we move to the 24th, which is the last day of the week that I'm covering. And on the 24th, this is when Mercury retrograde is in a conjunction with Neptune. Okay. So, you know, when Mercury is retrograde, it goes backwards. So that means it's going backwards. So hold on. Yeah. So actually this is going to last, you know, a couple of days, but it is like, it gets to that 16th degree where Neptune is on the 24th. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. So anyway, on this day, on the 24th, this is a day, it's a Sunday. A lot of people just chill out on Sundays anyway and listen to music and vibe out and clean their house or whatever, you know, just do nothing and veg out. Okay, here we go. So around this time, 10:32 a.m. Pacific time, and if you want to translate that to what your time zone is, you know, it's that time. This is when that conjunction happens exact. So we are revisiting Mercury conjunct Neptune. And it was there before, let me see. When was the last time Mercury was conjunct Neptune in Pisces? It was like, oh yeah, March 15th. Wait, no, never mind. Oh my God, Mercury retrograde. Oh, Mercury retrograde brain. Okay. So, yeah, the last time was around February 19th. Okay, so we're having a repeat of around February 19th as far as Mercury is concerned. Mercury, once again, it rules our mind, our communication, our speech, texting, typing, emailing, information, data. It is what we do with our hands, skills that we have. So that could be a little bit clouded by Neptune. And thankfully, it's at its peak on a Sunday, because those people that, those of you guys that work like a Monday through Friday practical job, this is not practical real world energy. Let me tell you, this is all about zoning out and maybe being creative. Once again, if you're a creative person, if you're an artist, this is words and speech and thoughts and your hands combined with divine creativity, art that you just channel through you, and it just flows and you don't really know where it comes from. It just pops up, and you just go with it. This is a day to where a lot of people will be super prone to escapism. It doesn't matter if you're a Pisces or not. It doesn't matter what sign you are. This is just the energy in the air. Prone to escapism. So that could be healthy escapism through creative activities or just watching movies, listening to music, hanging out by the water, just chilling, doing nothing, absolutely nothing, pretending like there's no clocks, there's no time, all of that doesn't exist. So you could be doing that. Or some people may want to drink more, do drugs, other ways to escape. Just pretend like their problems don't exist, be super emotional to where they want to run from their emotions. And yeah, that's what this day will be like with this Mercury-Neptune conjunction. And also the moon will be in Scorpio that day. So there'll be a lot of water in the air, super sensitive energy. The sun still conjunct Chiron, super sensitive day, the 24th. But, it could be just a day where you want to hide out and think about a lot of things. And, it can be good for some healing work because Neptune is also the key to the spirit realm. Okay, the key to spirituality and the other side, the unseen, that inspires us and lets us know that there's more to this life than what we see in front of us every day physically. So this is a really good day actually for prayer, for meditation, however you pray, however you meditate, whatever you do, for escaping through that. If you are someone who wants to connect to the spirit realm, like actual, people that you care about that are in the spirit world, this could be a day where the veil between the spirit world and the physical world is very thin, with communication, especially with Mercury here. So it could be good for communicating, with loved ones, if you are a medium or have mediumship abilities somehow, some way, or if you want to contact a medium or a psychic or something. This is a day where that's very strong. Or if you, visit the resting place of a loved one, maybe you can actually hear their voice speak back to you. I've had that happen during very strong Neptune transits before, just being a day where I visited a loved one, and I really did hear them, and I know I wasn't imagining it. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those days where cool things like that can happen if it doesn't creep you out, that is. But yeah, so artistry will be super dope this day, this weekend. Artistry and passion are in the air. So, So yeah, that is the week of the 17th through the 24th. The third and, second to last week of March of 2019. So hopefully you guys have a good week. It is very intense, very sensitive, very passionate, very intense week. Kicking off the new astrological new year. So hope you guys have a good week, and I will see you guys next week. Once again, if you would like a reading, contact me. My website is below. If you would like to see how all of this affects you by your sign, the link is below also for the March horoscopes. And yeah, I'm a little spacey because of all the Neptune and Pisces in the air, and I am a Pisces, so forgive me for that. But once again, have a good week, and I will catch you guys later. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I usually post horoscope stuff there. I haven't been as active lately just because of all this freaking sensitive, crazy energy in the air, and I've had a lot of work to do also, outside of Instagram. So I haven't been as active, but I'm trying to step back into being active again. So Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Cosmic Homegirl. I'm also on Instant Go. You can find me under Cosmic Homegirl there, where you can have readings text to you for a lot cheaper prices. So check me out there too. All right, peace out, everybody.